and start the recording.
How you doing, Ron? Are you walking yet?
A little bit. I'm not supposed to be. I heard when I do it, so the doctor will probably get mad if they find out I'm doing a little bit of walking. I do a little bit with the boot, but
Yeah, but at least it's closed.
I got the sutures out the other day, last week.
Oh, great. Great.
So now I can take showers whenever I want.
Yay.
When was the last time you took a shower without help?
I went through the whole month of May without a shower.
Oh my God.
TMI, Ron.
Hey, well, you know, it's not like I was out running around or anything.
You definitely weren't running around.
Yeah, I want this to heal up so I can have my next surgery.
Oh, yeah. We'll have more of this. Of course, they'll do it differently, won't they?
See these little things right here?
Yep.
That's the hardware they took out of my foot. They left a bunch
big.
of the surgeon. They left a bunch in. You know, they took that. That was what apparently was causing a irritation or something and caused a gigantic hole in my foot for a long time.
Was your body trying to reject those or something, like a foreign body?
Apparently. I still have a big long screw up the heel and more of those. In the x-ray one, it looks like a plate with some screws in it.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Dwayne.
Wayne. Hey there,
Hello.
Steph. How are you doing? It's been a while.
I know.
Hello, everyone. Oh my God.
Herman.
Okay, somebody's got some background noise.
I'll turn my.
Mine.
Sounds like your dishwasher.
Air conditioner, it's right next to me.
Hot.
How's Stephanie been doing?
Fine. I'm fine.
You do some great work. Now, were you biking across the United States?
That was 3 years ago. That was in the before times.
That was that long ago? No way.
Yeah. We sort of lost some time, didn't we?
I know. It's kind of like we have a lost year.
Or more. Yes.
You still go biking now?
My bike is set up inside my house because I don't like to bike when it's 100 degrees out. So I have a stand. I ride it inside my house. Oh, you want to know the secret? I watch Netflix on my phone while I'm bicycling.
There you go.
But don't you crash?
No, because I'm on a stand inside the house. So I don't have to look. That's the point.
You know, all of us that have indoor bikes could have a Zoom meeting, bike together.
Yes, I have one. You have one.
Oh, that would be fun.
Maybe that would make you use it.
A bike meeting.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so hot.
And all you do is just go out this way, relax.
So who else is talking?
All right, on the outside.
Are you in Vermont?
Yes,
Heather,
I am.
Are you in Vermont or
I'm in Maine.
in Maine?
Oh, you are, you lucky thing.
So
Yeah.
how's the sun doing?
The sun is shining. Oh, wait, that sun, he's sleeping.
Oh, that's right. It's kind of late back there by now, huh?
Yep.
How's his
The
hand?
sun is shining in Maine right now.
No, the sun's down. His hand is not good. Nope. Boy's broken.
That's
But I'm staying up late.
How long are you going to be in Maine?
Till tomorrow, just one day.
Oh,
When did he break his hand?
Sunday night last week.
Oh, no.
on day 3 of his tournament.
Oh, no.
Does he have to have surgery on it or something, or just?
No, we got to go to the orthopedic doctor in Reading when we get back.
Ferraro.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's your eye, Heather?
Well, this is the second day I've been able to see out of it. So it's been a long week. I put eye drops in 10 times a day and it's good. So, I mean, I can see today, so I can't see well, but I can see.
Wow, what happened to your eye?
Yeah, what?
It's been a rough week. Doesn't Stephanie going to talk for us?
Yeah, well, we're waiting for other people to come in, I think. How many are
Oh.
here?
I got a corneal abrasion that got ulcerated.
Ooh.
And because my kid broke his hand, I took too long to go to the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was a huge mess and it made me lay down all day on Thursday or said that I would have to go to the hospital. So it's been a rough week. But today I can see and I can be in the light. So it's all good.
Glad you're better.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's nice and cold in Maine today. The high was about 70.
Shut up.
I had to walk on the beach with no shoes on.
Oh, that's so nice. It's
It was
perfect.
lovely.
Okay, so is Steph there and do we have anything to announce or what's going on there, President?
Well, we can go ahead and get started. I don't know how many people we're gonna get today because I know some people are out of town at hot August nights and some other things that are going on. But maybe Stephanie could start by just kind of introducing yourself a little bit. Stephanie, I know a lot of the people in the club know you very well, but I do know we also have some newer people and not everyone's familiar with your background and the shows you've done and some things like that. So if you want to kind of let the rest of us in on some of that, that'd be a great way to start.
Well, I'm just a local person that does photography. I don't have a big fat background. No. That's it.
Okay, let me chime in there.
Modest.
Come on, Dwayne.
No, wait. I've been to her shows. She is fantastic. And she's too humble.
And creative.
She does some fantastic work and she's got that, what's the group that you're with Harvey and the other guys? What do you call it?
The Three Amigos.
Carrefour, yeah, because there's 4 of us. Because Carrefour is the name of a grocery chain in Europe, actually. But we didn't know that when we decided on our name. Anyway, we thought it was a nice name. Yes, we've had shows together. I've had shows with other people. Jim Cantor has joined our groups, and sometimes we muscle our way and get onto a wall, which is nice.
So do you have any other shows coming up?
No. I'm trying to get together with a guy from Oregon, and we have some stuff, but it's the galleries are opening, it's a slow sort of thing, and everybody's sort of getting back in gear, but it's the way it is. I'm not really sure we're over this thing yet, so things are a little bit tentative about the future, it seems to me.
Yeah, that's
you're not alone in that. It's
And-
probably how most people
and
feel now.
If everybody would mute themselves while Stephanie's speaking, if I see you unmuted and having noise, I'll mute you, just so you know.
Well, do you want me to start then?
Yeah, Ron can go ahead and keep letting people in if others arrive.
Oh,
and Ron,
okay.
you're recording this too, aren't you, right?
Yep, it's already recording.
So Stephanie, I hope that it's okay with you if we post this on our access to the recording on our Facebook members page.
Sure, that's no problem. So
That
you
way
don't let me
people
sh-
couldn't be here can still
That-
benefit by your
that would be
presentation.
great. Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
So you'll let me share screen, Ron?
Yeah, you can share. You just,
I don't know if Ron is alive or not. There's a lovely picture of you, Ron.
it's an old picture. You just need to
Oh,
go up and hit share screen.
oh. Okay. There we are. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I can see it.
Oh, you're the only one that can talk. Okay. So this was my title page. And this group of pictures was done because I had time, as we all did. And I was trying to find something to get inspired. And so, of course, I decided I needed a new piece of gear, and I'd always wanted a macro lens. So I looked up on KEH, which is a place that has lots of equipment used and stuff. So I got myself a 100 macro lens, and I started taking pictures of things like leaves and stuff. And and anyway, people can chime in anytime that you want to say something or you have a question or anything. So I had to learn how to do focus stacking better than I knew how to do it before, because it seemed like it was a good idea. Once I started taking pictures of things, I went around my house and I just dug up stuff off the ground, basically. And I brought it inside because it seemed easier, and started making conglomerations of things. And it was, it was a lot of fun. My computer had to work pretty hard if I had like 50 pictures of the same thing and got it blended and everything, but it worked out pretty good. So this was a failed kale plant that my husband insisted on planting kale, but it never really grew very well, but it's really quite photogenic. And we have a bunch of cactus around our house, and that it gathers in various things in it because of the wind blows and things stick on it. And so there's a really cool stuff around. This is sort of like cactus skeleton, what I call. And they're really quite interesting looking when you look at them close. It's fun to look at things close. And but then I started feeling like, well, this isn't my favorite thing to do. I like to take pictures of people. And of course, I couldn't be out around people for the last year or so. But I had a whole lot of pictures of people on my computer from years past. So I started in a small way putting people in my plant pictures, like ones like this lady who was in, I think she was in Spain or someplace. And if you can see where I put her, this was sort of I started in a very cautious way, but right there are her eyes. Without being able to hear you guys, I don't even know if you're there. It's like, I'm talking to myself. So,
We're here.
okay, all right.
Stephanie, I was going to ask you, are you using like a light box or something to get
No.
such white backgrounds with your stuff?
Oh, it really looks like I have some professional lighting. No, the reason it ends up so white is because I use levels and I take out all the non-white things, about levels. I just whiten up the background. I have some white paper that gets dirty and it has creases in it and stuff. And I just spend lots of time cleaning up things with a clone stamp and that way, because I have time and I listen to music and I really enjoy it. So, I try to make it look more professional than it actually is in real life. So now you know the truth.
Stephanie's
So-
dirty little secret.
The dirty little secret, yes. Okay, so this was off a palm tree that we had in the front yard. It's like has some very interesting hairy kind of things in it. And this was a man, didn't want his picture taken very bad, I guess, in Toronto. He is actually a hockey coach. So his face ended up in the palm tree piece thing. And this was a group of leaves that were just on the ground. They pretty much came up like this. I went around with a spatula sometimes and just sort of dug things off the ground. And I thought it was quite a nice little arrangement. And I had a picture of my daughter's girlfriend, and she has a really beautiful face. And so I put her in this, and I thought she looked quite royal. I call this Empress of the Woodlands. And it's actually hanging, it was hanging at North Valley Art League last week.
Yeah, it's like a huge crown for her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It came out like that. Okay, here's some grass and some leaves and another picture of some real pretty girls. I stole this off of a shoot that I did with Mark Behrens years ago. These girls were, they're sisters. They were so beautiful. Anyway, then I stuck her in the leaves. And
you need a flashlight going home. A little one if you want.
Thank you.
so, and then there was also this bunch of, it used to be a bird, the feathers that I found on the ground. And I thought they were really pretty and very photogenic. And I had this picture of this girl. And there she ends up in there. That picture actually was on the wall at the new gallery downtown, the Art Hunger Gallery. I don't know if you guys know about it. And somebody bought this picture. I don't know who it was, but they actually bought it. So that was kind of nice, but I wish I knew who it was. Probably somebody I know and they won't tell me. But so here we are back with Kale. Kale is just so gorgeous. Really, when you start looking at things up close, you start to see things differently. And this is a lady taking a selfie, which a whole bunch of people do. And so I put her in the kale, call this vegetarian. And this was a little clump of soil kind of with all these little, this thing was about 3 inches long. And I loved the way the little plants reached up out of it. And so, of course, I had to subject somebody to being there. This is Malcolm Wilson. I don't know if any of you know of him. He's a painter. He used to be a doctor. He's still a doctor. He's retired. And so, of course, I had to put Malcolm sitting in there because I can. So here's some more palm. And a picture of this lovely woman who I thought would look very nice because of her skin color and everything and the palm. So that's where she ended up. And I sort of would like to do more of the whole thing is somebody's head. So I put this poor little girl in there, but this is rather, I know it's a little bit gruesome in some ways, but still, I find it very interesting, all the different matted things that are in the picture. I didn't do very many flowers and things because I'm not really into that, but these flowers were dying, of course, and they become more interesting when they die. And I thought I would add somebody to them, this beautiful girl. And so I was trying to embrace green, which is not my favorite color. I find difficult to work with, but I just thought I would really just go for it. And so I thought it turned out kind of nice.
So how do you select the,
Yeah, yes, go on.
how do you select the face that's going to go with the plants other than tones? Or is it,
Oh,
I guess
a lot of
facial
times
expression.
where they're looking or it just, you know, what their eyes are doing. Because I always keep the eyes clear because the eyes are so important. And I don't know, I thought she had this lovely, you know, look in the distance kind of look. And she just seemed to fit in there because she had a strong kind of vibrant face. And this was like I said, there's a lot of color in this picture, which is not what I usually do. It's just sort of random in some ways. It just like, you know, find pictures of people and I think, oh, how would that look in this particular plant? So this was some more, this is actually parsley or something. And it was, things weren't growing very well in my side yard. There's just not enough light because I have to keep it away from the deer. And so anyway, but they make fun things to take pictures of. And here we have this nice girl that seems to be asleep like Ophelia or whatever. She's beautiful. And so I stuck her in here and I liked the color on her eyelids and her lips and stuff. And I, like I said, I've been trying to embrace my green and I thought it was kind of nice in the colors and stuff. So then I went down another path. And that path was learning how to make a GIF, which, as you know, is a sort of moving still picture. And if you'll notice, there's some movement in this picture. And like the other things, I started out sort of, I mean, you do notice that there's movement in this picture, right? I hope.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, this was fun to learn and it's really pretty simple. And so I just kind of went down that rabbit hole and I had a lot of fun with it.
No, that's funny.
I love the blinking eyes.
Yeah, that was, and it's just kind of fun to I have to make up parts of the thing because I don't always have all the pictures. So I use a lot of warp tool and stuff. And I mean, this guy's in a bad place, you know, so he has every right to be screaming or whatever it is he's doing. That's some more of the cactus that I have laying around. I think is very photogenic stuff. Now, this was one of the few things I actually had this guy's picture both ways with his eyes closed and his eyes open. So I didn't really have to do anything but just plaster two pictures on there.
Stephanie, it seems to give it a whole nother dimension, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This one took me longer than almost any of them because I had to make a picture for each movement of the little teeny leaves. I don't know quite what she's saying, but she's saying something. It might be another language. Whatever.
We did a club project one time with a gift, but of course none of ours were anywhere near as elaborate as these.
So that's it.
Stephanie, I was struck by how sharp all of your object pictures are, and you mentioned focus stacking. On average, how many shots were you stacking to get them so sharp with the macro lens?
It was usually between 25 and up to 50. So averaged around 30, 35, something like that. And thank goodness Photoshop does everything. You just have to do the steps and put it together, and it really did a nice job. I mean, I can't even imagine doing it manually. It would be horrifying, but so it was really fun, to do. And
So does your camera do the pictures? You tell it how many and how far apart, or did you do that?
no, I manually focus on different parts. I try to be systematic and start like the top left or something like that, and go across the top, and then go across the middle, and go across the bottom, and I'm trying to get all those little outlying little branches and stuff, and it works most of the time. I have had a couple that seemed a little, get a little off, but generally it works really well. But it does take, I mean, it takes at least 35 pictures to cover everything. So that is that. Shall we go to your pictures now?
Well, they're not going to be nearly as creative as yours, but
No, that's
really
not
wonderful.
true.
So creative.
That's not
beautiful.
true. So I hope the people that did the pictures are here. Who did this one?
I did.
Oh, okay. And you're Carmen.
Yes.
Right? Well, can you tell me something about it?
Actually, it's a beach in New York and Long Island and out east, eastern Long Island, near the Hamptons. And that's actually me taking the picture, and it just happened to fall that way. I mean, I have it in color too, and it does look nice, but I don't know. I just thought maybe for shadows, it would be better with black and white.
Yeah, I think it's great. I love it. I love how the track comes right in the head. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. It's very graphic and nice. So when were you there?
About a year and a half ago.
Oh, so
yeah.
Do you have relatives there, or you're from?
I'm from New York.
Oh,
so, yeah. So actually, I was visiting. So I already had moved here. That picture, I was visiting some friends that live way out east on Long Island, and yeah, I took a whole bunch of pictures there.
Cool. So what made you move out to Reading, for heaven's sake?
My daughter and her family came out here, so I wanted to see my grandsons grow up, and I'm glad I did, because they're getting older now, and I mean, they still like me, but it's time.
Right. Yeah. So you say you miss it back here?
I do. Well, I mean, you know what? I just don't like the heat here. That's the only thing. But it's hot in New York too now, but it just doesn't last as long. But
right.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, I miss my friends and my families, and things I used to do there. But I have my family here that I'm most excited about seeing them.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I spent almost a year in living in Manhattan because my daughter was going to Columbia, and I was like the live-in babysitter for her son.
Well, that's where I went. I went to Columbia for my my master's in social work.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, she went to well, I guess it's Teachers College. Anyway, she's a behavior analyst.
That's really good, that college.
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. I mean, I lived right across the street from the
where I lived, it was about 40 minutes to the city, but then I used to live right across the street from the beach too, because I also lived on Long Island when I was living there. In Long Beach.
Cool, that's great.
I miss the ocean. I do miss the ocean.
Well, but we have an ocean. We do have an ocean in California.
I know.
Okay, now we'll go to this one. Is the person who did this here? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, that's mine.
Oh,
Dan.
so can you tell me something about this picture?
Yes, it's a leaf. That's a patio chair with squares in it, casting shadow.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I have one of those. It's really nice. I like, it's a nice idea with the leaf and everything. It's
Yeah.
definitely interesting. I like the way that the squares aren't squared up. I like the way it goes down. It makes it much more interesting and dynamic that way.
Okay.
So we'll go to this one. Who is the person who did this here?
That one's mine, Debbie.
Oh, okay. That's really an interesting picture. What is it of?
It's just some paper that I rolled and a flashlight was shining through it. I didn't have any good shadow pictures and I just tried to do something different just so I could enter something. So
Well, that's really, yeah, that's really thoughtful. So you've made up this whole thing on your own, huh?
yeah,
Oh, wow. That's really important to be able to think of things like that to do. Just, that's what's the good thing about having themes, assignments, huh?
that's one of the reasons I like the club is because it kind of pushes me to try different things. And because normally I would just go shoot landscapes or wild animals or something is kind of what we do most of the time. But the themes have kind of made me try some things that I wouldn't have ordinarily.
Yeah, that's what's great about them. Yeah, this is a very nice dynamic picture. And whose picture is this? Anybody? Anybody?
I don't believe he's here. This is Doug Davis's picture.
Oh, I know that name. Yeah, I think I've seen his work. This is a nice architectural study. Does anybody know what bridge that is? Is that the coast of Oregon or something? Nobody knows.
I don't really know, and Doug never gives me any hints when he sends them in.
Oh, okay. Does he usually come to the meetings?
He did before the pandemic,
Not
but
the
he
Zoom
hasn't
meetings. He
been
doesn't
real
come on.
involved online.
Oh, I see. Okay. This, we know where this came from. Very, very nicely done. And it looks, I would guess, but I'm not going to say who I think it did it. Is the person here?
It's me.
Dwayne, you know what? I was going to guess you, but I didn't want to shame somebody else.
Why? Why would you shame me?
No, not you. It shame somebody else. I thought this was probably yours because it's very professional looking and it's very nicely done. Very nice. That's a cool installation, isn't it?
Oh yeah. At first, I went with color because I love the color.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I was going for the umbrellas. And I wasn't even thinking of this into the competition. And then I started looking at some photos and I thought, wow, look at all the shadows. And then so I turned it to black and white, and then the shadows really came out.
It's great. I really like the way you composed it. It's very nice and it goes right down to that place. It's really nice. Good job, Dwayne.
Thank you. Coming from you, that's a compliment.
So is the person who did this here?
She is, but she has a connection where she can't really talk. This is Carmen Boss. She was taken in Utah. I think she wanted.
Oh wait, now there's two Carmens.
Yeah, this is another Carmen.
Okay, that's why I was confusing. All right, yeah, I've met Carmen Boss. I know.
Yeah,
we've done some rugby shooting together.
I don't think she wanted the stroller in there, but it's
well, the nice thing about the stroller is it's red, and that's kind of a nice breakup of all the other, green, yellowy things.
Personally, I like the stroller and the people.
Yeah, I think the stroller's nice. I think it is nice, and it certainly is shadows, and it has a lot of of good graphic-y looking stuff in there. Yeah, I like it. So is the person that did this here?
That one's mine, Susan.
Oh, it's, you know, you totally surprise me all the time because you come out. I would never have thought this. It's not, is it in a barn? It's not.
No, it's in my front room, and the light was coming through the front window, and there's these separations in the window, which was making the cross hatches.
Right,
But
right.
I have this bus that I bought many years before I even was into photography, and it's turned out to be a really good thing for practicing lighting on people.
Uh-huh.
And so I stuck that in the window and was taking pictures of it.
Oh yeah, it's great. I really like it. You have really shown a tremendous range of things, Susan. I'm very impressed with how you've come along and just the time I've been seeing your photography.
So I was trying to get Rembrandt lighting on her. Which
well, yeah, you did.
I sort of did, I think.
Yeah, you did. It's very nice. And is the person who did this here? Does anybody know who did this?
George, are you with us?
I don't think he's on.
I don't think he's here. This is George Ayrton's. He's one of our newest members, kind of a novice, but he's coming along quickly.
Yeah, I see. It's well, it's an interesting old building. I probably wouldn't have put quite so much of this down here in there, or I don't know. I'm not really sure what I would have done, but yeah, it's good that people are trying to express an idea. That's really what we are trying to do with our photography, I think. I mean, I think most of us are. And the eagle.
That is mine, Jane. And my passion is wildlife photography, and I like the composition that Mother Nature creates. And I had the opportunity to go to Ketchikan, Alaska about a month ago, and that was one of my favorite pictures.
Absolutely. There's a lot of eagles in Southeast Alaska. Yeah, my brother used to live in Sitka. We visit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's really sharp and nice. And yeah. So was this in a parking lot someplace? Because that's where I saw a lot of them. But
no, it was in a place called Herring Cove.
Uh-huh.
And in a little over a week, I took over 6,000 photos, and it was hard to figure out which ones were my favorite, but this was maybe one of my top 10. So
it's really beautiful, and it
Thank
does
you.
the shadows in the back. It's very nice. And is this? Are you here? Hello? John. Oh, yeah, this is a good example of shadows for sure. Where did you take this?
Well, it's headed out to the Igo VA Veteran Cemetery.
Oh, right.
They were closed, and I came back, and these are water towers on top of the hill.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I seen. I go, okay, stop here.
Yeah. Yeah, the water towers are fun to take pictures of. It's nice. It does nicely in black and white, too. That was a good choice.
There wasn't much color.
Right. Well, it's really hard to take pictures this time of year, too. I don't know, because it's it's a real challenge to take pictures when it's so stark and sunny all the time. So who did this? Hello? This person isn't here?
I was here. Vicky, are you here? Maybe not. This is Vicky's picture.
Vicky who? What's her last name?
Stillwell.
Stillwell,
Yes.
Vicky Stillwell.
So I don't know her. Do you, can you tell?
She actually is out of the area. She lives down in Willows, I think, somewhere around there.
Uh-huh.
Orland or Willows, somewhere around there. And she does a lot of, she does do professional photography too. And she likes to do a lot of composites and different things too. She's very talented.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a really fun picture. I wonder, do you think those are her shoes?
They are, and that's her foot too.
Those are awesome shoes. They really are. They look like there's going to be some fun going on there.
I really like the idea of that.
Yeah. So whose is this? Anybody?
That's mine.
Lana. Hi.
Yes, hi.
So where'd you take this?
Oh, this was a little bridge over a small inlet over on the coast north of Eureka.
Ah. So there wasn't any people on it at all?
Not at this time, and it had
Oh.
interesting graffiti and shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, it really, the graffiti is really great.
There's nobody on that bridge, hardly ever.
Well, they must be on there enough to make the graffiti though.
At night.
At night in the dark. Yeah, it's really I don't mean, graffiti obviously is not a great thing, but it's fun when it's in some places. It makes for interesting, and I really like the shadows are great. You certainly fulfilled the assignment. And this, I bet you I know who did this, but who did this?
Oh, sure, you know who did it.
I knew it, Mike. I was going to say it, but I never, yeah, this is Mike.
You can tell by the profile of that nose.
It looks like you. How can you, because you set up you used a tripod.
Absolutely.
This is like the ultimate selfie, right?
I wouldn't call it the ultimate.
Well, that was very clever of you. Did you do this specifically for the assignment?
No, this was before the downtown had been, let's just say, renovated. So probably, 4 years ago? And it was...
this is downtown Reading?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. It looks way more interesting in your picture. I remember it.
Have you seen it recently? I went to downtown a couple of days ago and I was amazed.
Well, that's true. It is coming along. I guess I haven't been anywhere for so long. But this is really nice. This is, so what's this line here?
That's either the curb of the sidewalk or it's a reflection. I can't remember.
Oh, because that's really a nice line that you got in there. Was that on purpose?
I'd like to say yes. But I can tell you in post that I did dodge a little bit and kind of bring that out a little bit more.
Yeah, it's really, it makes a nice element. Yeah. I really like it. You look, it's a good thing you aren't a woman though, because that would look a little shady if you were.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it, Mike.
Thanks.
So who did this lovely chalice?
Don't think she's here. This is Tiffany Audubani's picture.
And what's her story?
Well, I know that she likes sports and she likes to shoot cars, race cars. And I don't know if there's any races going on that she's at right now. Maybe April night.
She's been on call a lot lately. She works with the Women's Refuge. And she's been working a lot lately.
Well, this is certainly a shadow. I guess she specifically took this for the theme, I assume, or whatever. Anyway, it certainly is a shadow, yes. And who did this one? Does anybody know?
This is Pat Clark's, and she's up in Astoria right now for a month, having a great time and going to lots of different places. And I think maybe this was they went to some maritime museum or something. I don't know if that's where she took it, but that's why she's not here tonight.
Oh, well, this is too bad because this is a pretty cool picture. I like it. It's different. It would be fun to know the backstory of it. It looks like the usual thing going on up here. Rain coming into Oregon and whatever that is going into South America. That's pretty cool. And hummingbird.
Yeah, that one's mine. This is Rick, Debbie's husband. Taken in our backyard. We have a couple of bird baths and some feeders and stuff, and we get a lot of the hummingbirds and different birds coming in through the year. And this was, I think, a couple of years ago. Just happened to catch the bird in the afternoon. It was, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and just the shadows were just right when I got that picture.
Oh yeah, that was. So what kind of camera and lens do you use?
We have Nikon D500, and then I have a Tamron 18 to 400 lens.
And
then
so is it handheld, or did you use?
No, I think well, this might have been handheld, but I'm pretty sure it was a tripod. I can't hold a still very well anymore handheld, so I was probably sitting out there with the tripod. We'd like to sit out there either in the morning or when it's cooler and watch the birds come in and feed and, you know.
Oh yeah.
Bird baths and things.
I've tried to get pictures of hummingbirds. They're really difficult. Well, of course, I don't have a feeder or anything, so I'm just sort of trying to track them, and it's just about impossible. They're just such an amazing little bird. It's just very nice. I like the cool earthenware pot or whatever you have there. It's nice. Very nice. And whose is this?
This is Sandy Lincoln's. She's on her way back from Sacramento Airport this evening. This was taken in Turkey when she was visiting there right before all the international travel was shut down.
Wow. Yeah, I figured it had to be someplace, an other country thing. That's just certainly looks old. And it certainly shadows. It's very nice. And we have the sunset.
That's mine.
Richard.
Yes, ma'am.
Where was this taken?
Coming up I-5 after I'd left the VA and just happened to look over, and there it was. Got off the freeway and started shooting.
Wow, it just looks like an explosion or something. It's really, it's scary almost. So do you like to take a landscape, this kind of picture a lot, or?
I like to take landscape, but I'm also a macro photographer doing a lot of focus stacking. So.
Oh. So what do you do? What do you do in your macro stuff?
The majority of it has either been insects, and flowers are where my passion lies. So.
Oh. That's great.
And he does focus stacking with like 200 pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
well, my computer.
That's a single shot, and that's the way it came out of the camera.
There you go.
Very, very, very light adjustments on it.
It's good to be able to do everything, do all the different kinds of stuff, I think, rather than, getting stuck in one thing. So whose is this?
That's mine, Ron.
Oh.
Yeah,
balloons.
It was the deadline the other day, and I quickly was looking through it. So, oh, here's some shadows, early morning shadows.
Where was this?
It's Montague.
Oh yeah, I've been there was balloons going on up there. Yeah, it's a neat place for balloons.
I actually Yeah, I actually, in a few weeks, expect to be able to kind of hobble around, and I might actually get outside and take pictures again.
There you go. I'm glad you're gonna get better. I guess that's everybody's, right? So, this is third place because I thought it was really interesting. It was different. I haven't seen anything quite like this. And this is second place. I think it's a very strong graphic, good picture, and it's definitely shadows. You've got shadows in the sky. You've got her, of course, and the shadows of all the sand things. And it's definitely very much the theme. And this one is absolutely number one because I just find it completely delightful, and it just screams shadow, and it's just really, I love it. It's absolutely, I just think it tells a wonderful story, and I really like stories. And this girl is going to go somewhere in these shoes, and I think that'll be wonderful. So that's my judgment.
When I saw this one, I thought it was one of your photos.
I wish, yeah. I really like it. It's great. Those are fabulous shoes. So I think,
and Stephanie, the majority of the club agreed with you because that was the picture that was the people's choice as well.
Good. It
was such a great idea. That the whole this wonderful idea with that one.
Yes, it was.
Well, Stephanie, thank you so much. I loved all of your pictures. You're going to have to find a way to have a digital show to show your ones that have the movement in them somewhere. Because those are so interesting. So.
Thank you. I've had fun. It's been something to do.
Yeah. Very, very creative. Thank you so much. I just have a couple of announcements for the club before we head off our own ways tonight. We're still hopeful for the August 13th astrophotography event. Mike's kind of in charge of that because I'm going to be in Wisconsin. Mike, did you want to get any information from people, or are we just going to post what we're doing? Or
so I thought about it a little bit more, and I think I'll just post something like maybe on Tuesday in the Photo Club Facebook page. And we'll probably, I can't even imagine that Lassen's going to work out, not with the Dixie Fire doing what it's doing. So I can't foresee that clearing up in 10 days or whatever it'll be. So I think we'll probably end up either Millville Plains or, as you suggested, the Shasta Dam Overlook. But on Tuesday, I'll post something and then everybody who would like to come sign up. And we'll make some arrangements and times and decide how long you want to stay there and that kind of thing. So we'll just keep it kind of open for now.
So watch the Facebook page for that. And that's for the Perseids meteor shower. And actually a bunch of us were up there at the dam last year and were able to get some of them. And it was a lot of fun, even just being together and trying, whether we got them or not. It was a fun evening. Now that, well, Heather isn't back yet. When Heather gets back, we're going to get something scheduled for the people who want to do an action gathering to go for her son's hockey teams. And then in September, there's going to be the Nash Mud Run, and we'll have an outing for that. And in October, there's going to be the Benton Air Fly-In, and it's going to have the Golden Knights and a few things. So that'll be a great one too. In November or so, we're going to do the working with the models and the exotic animals with Francesca Toll. And also probably around November or December, the rugby guys. So we have a lot of events coming up, and no firm dates on any of them other than the 13th for the Perseids, but just keep your eye on the Facebook members page and we'll keep you posted on all of those things. And I think that's about it for now. Oh, remember our next topic is motion and it's print. So don't wait till the last minute because we will be meeting in person at our September meeting and it is a print competition. So make sure you get your prints in. So anyone have any questions?
No, but I see Tom say, Tom, it's been a while.
How's it going, Dwayne? Good to see
Going
you.
well.
Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Stephanie, especially. And I'll look forward to when you have some more shows, and we'll try to keep track so we can let everyone know when we might be able to come and see some more of your beautiful work. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Good seeing everybody.
Thanks, Steph.
A lot, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good evening, everyone. Stay safe and keep your fingers crossed that these fires don't get any worse. So see you all next month.
And hang out for the after meeting.